Finally, an offensive coordinator has come to Philly. Dallas still stinks. You been the way I kick things by hearing breaking news, mother hopping news. The Eagles have finally done it. They have finally got their offensive coordinator. Let's jump right into this. A lot to talk about. Adam Schefter says this. Sources. The Eagles are hiring Packers quarterback coach Sean Mannion as their offensive coordinator. Mannion interviewed twice for the Eagles' offensive coordinator job and now will be moving on from Green Bay. Now, a lot of people are upset. I know, a lot of people are saying, why didn't we get somebody with experience? Why didn't we get somebody that could do more? And all I can say is this. With all the guys out there with experience, who was really going to move the needle? Who was really going to change things? Matt Nagy? No thank you, okay? I didn't want him. Billy Bob, Jim Bob, Scoop Bob Cooter? I didn't want him. All right, let him go to the Giants because apparently the Giants are asking for an interview for him. No, we needed a young, good mind. We needed somebody with fresh ideas, a good mind, somebody that has a lot of potential upside at offensive coordinator. And the Eagles went with Sean Mannion. And to me, really, him and maybe one other guy were the only two guys that were left on the board that I wanted. The Eagles get Sean Mannion. And I got to tell you, I am not upset about this at all. I think this has the potential to be a good move, and you hear a lot of good things about this kid, okay? I call him a kid. He's not a kid. He's an offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. Anthony DeBona wrote something interesting, and I'm going to read, and this comes from him, so shout out, he gets all the credit for this, but this was something he posted that I thought was interesting and worth the read. He said this. I reached out to the great at Marquez Eversole regarding Packers quarterback Sean Mannion. He said Eagle fans might enjoy what he had to say. He said he's, quote, a fast riser. The story behind him is that Matt LaFleur coached Mannion with the Rams after the 2023 season. The Bears wanted to interview Mannion for a coaching job, so Mannion set up a call with LaFleur and asked him if he could hear his pitch to prepare him for the interview. LaFleur was so impressed with the presentation that he basically hijacked him from the Bears. He stole him from the Bears. Talk about, man, that would piss me off. Mannion interviewed with the Bears and then came to Green Bay, and LaFleur hired him on the spot. I think most Packer fans would prefer Mannion as their offensive coordinator over Adam Stenavich, for whatever that's worth. That's from Anthony DeBona. So I want to make sure I put that out there and give him credit for that. But it's an interesting story nonetheless, okay? In my opinion, like I said, I'm all about getting somebody with the high-end potential, okay? And that's what this kid has, okay? Zach Berman wrote this. The appeal to Mannion, is similar to what others hear with Davis Webb, a backup quarterback for multiple NFL teams, exposed to different systems, went right into coaching. Webb has 1 more year coaching. Mannion has 3 more years of playing. Among the offensive coaches Mannion played for, Sean McVay, Zach Taylor, Jed Fish, Clint Kubiak, Kevin O'Connell, Dave Canellis, Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips, Grant Udinsky, and more. So he's been around a lot of coaches. He's seen a lot in his time playing and his short time as offensive coordinator. I think he did a pretty decent job with Jordan Love last year. If you remember Jordan Love and Malik Willis. I mean, Malik Willis had to play, if you remember, the Bears game. He played pretty good. They blew that game. They should have won a game. But he did a good job with him. He did a good job with Jordan Love. And the questions are going to be, what can he do with Jalen Hurts? I actually think this is a good move. The Eagles took their time. Obviously, they wanted Mike McDaniel. I think they wanted McDaniel Okay, maybe the bum. All right, maybe they wanted the bum too. And when it didn't work out, they went and they searched for the guy. I don't look at the end of the day. We don't know. Okay, the bad thing and the thing that people are going to be worried about, the thing that we're going to talk about, is his inexperience. He's inexperienced and he's never called plays before. Now, if he comes in and he's going to be doing the same thing Patullo did with Nick, and Nick is going to be running and calling the plays, then you got a problem again, dude. Then we got another problem, and nothing is going to change because it's Nick's offense and his philosophy on offense that has killed the Eagles. That killed it, okay? Patullo wasn't very good in game, all right? But it was Nick's offense. So he needs the ability to come in, and he needs the ability to be able to call plays. If he gets that, I know he's inexperienced, and I know he doesn't have any experience calling plays, but he could figure it out, okay? Because I would much rather take that's how bad it got last year, right? It got so bad that I would rather take a young, up-and-coming coach who is regarded very high in the league, a guy that's going to rise through the ranks probably pretty quick. I would rather have a guy like that come in with upside than go back to Nick Sirianni calling plays or having to deal with what we dealt with last year. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to. So I'll take my chances with this kid and the experience because what we're hearing about the upside, about his creativity, about his smarts, those are all things that excite me. And it'll be interesting now, in my opinion, early on, will there be any way for him to get with A.J. Brown and get A.J. Brown to buy in the system? The way I see it is this guy had to go in. He had to go in and he had to sell the Eagles on the position, right? He had to go in there and he probably talked about the offense and what he envisioned the offense being and doing and what he saw in it that impressed the Eagles enough to take a chance to hire him. Okay? It would have been very easy to go somebody with experience that has done it, a recycled coach, somebody who you know is safe, right? A safe is like Matt Nagy, somebody like that who has been around, is going to be, better than Patullo, probably be somewhat competent, but ain't going to be anything that impresses you. The Eagles went for the young guy. And truthfully, especially in head coaching picks, the Eagles have done good job when going with guys with potential who maybe were young and just needed a chance. I actually, based upon what we have out there, I like this move a lot. I also like this. Growing up, I was obsessed with baseball cards, football cards. I would use every penny, every allowance dollar to go out and buy cards so I could be ripping them at the card shop, just praying for that one big hit, that one big card. Man, I wish we had something like this back when I was growing up, and I'm talking about Fanatics Live. And thanks to today's sponsor, Fanatics Live, this is honestly the most fun, easiest way to get back into collecting. I think I'm going to be doing it. Even if you're just starting out, it's 24/7 live streaming where you can jump in and rip packs with your host right on screen. They've got instant rips. Every digital pack you buy has a real professionally graded card inside. You see the floor and the ceiling value before you even hit buy. Then, bam! The host rips it live for you. The card shows up instantly in your collection. From there, you can keep it, have it sent to you, or you could sell it right back to them for credit. All right, so it's my favorite time. It's time to rip. And just a reminder before he opens my pack, all these cards on Fanatics Live, they're graded and authenticated, so you're getting the value of your card. I do not buy cards unless they're graded, and I tell you, this is my favorite thing. Let's rip. Here we go. Yeah, dude, I'm ready. 1991 Action Pack Bo Jackson Mint 9. Oh, yeah, dude. I'll take that. Graded PSA Mint 9. I said graded and authenticated. Bo Jackson. I love this one. Love it. And the best part, for new users, you get a free Instant Rips pack graded card inside just for downloading the app and joining your first stream. Hit the link in the description, download the Fanatics app, and come rip with me. All right, so let me show you the statement today that Nick Sirianni put out on the hiring of Sean Mannion. Zach Berman wrote this. Nick Sirianni in a statement. I'm thrilled to have Sean Mannion on board as the new offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. My goal throughout this process was to operate with an open mind regarding the future of our offense and to find the best fit for the Eagles. Over the last few weeks, I had an opportunity to meet with a number of talented candidates and great offensive minds. I'm appreciative of the time I was able to spend with each one of them. Some came with years of experience running an offense and calling plays. Others were young, sharp, and dynamic coaches on the rise. I felt it was important to be patient and throughout to allow the right fit to reveal himself to us. Sean did just that. It was quickly apparent meeting with Sean that he was a bright young coach with a tremendous future ahead of him in this league. I was impressed with his systematic views on offensive football and his strategic approach. Sean's 11th year in the NFL has 11 years in the NFL, wow, have provided him great opportunity to learn and grow alongside of some of the best coaches in the game. As a result, he has a wealth of knowledge and experience and will be invaluable to our team moving forward. I can't wait to see Sean with our team. I want to welcome him in, his wife Megan, to the Eagles family. So first off, I got to say, it sounds like to me old Nick Sirianni was the one running the interview process, which is what I thought, which is I got to wonder about. But I like the fact that they're going young and they're going offensive upside, a guy who possibly could give us fresh new ideas and not same old recycled stuff. You know, we'll ultimately see. Now the question is going to be, does Nick call the plays? Is this guy calling plays? Nick doesn't say he's going to have full control of that offense. But I got to assume he's going to have something. It's going to be interesting to see what his vision is for Jalen Hurts and this offense going forward. And will A.J. Brown buy back into it? A lot of questions to answer. Now, what we got to wait for, and we talked about this, we got to wait for to see what the other big shoe to drop is. Is it Fangio retiring? Is it the Eagles are getting a dome stadium, which I'm going to hate? What is it? We're going to find out that news next week. But overall, based upon what it could have been and what it was, I'm okay with this hiring, but I expect a lot of this kid. So we're going to find out. I expect to see a fresh new offense with some ideas and maybe take the handcuffs off Jalen Hurts. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. All right, now that the coach is set, it is time to start building this team back up because we got Super Bowls to win and rings to clean. With that said, Denzel Washington out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.